Moses Woldu joining me on the desk for a first look at sports, and of course tough sledding for the Bobcats over the weekend.
You know, they headed into the weekend with 5 of their last 6 or 7 were W's, which included a big one against the Spruce Grove Saints, of course. The Cats now taking a few steps back, and that started on Friday night as they enter the third period, clinging onto a 1-goal lead against Sherwood Park. But 4 goals in the final 20 from the Crusaders would hand the Orange and Black just their 3rd loss in the last 8 games.
There was no compete. Obviously, Sherwood Park knew it's a 4-point game, and they knew they were within striking distance, 1 goal. I think we went in the other way, and in between periods thought 1 goal was going to carry us because we'd outscored them 3-2 after they got the early lead, and they played playoff hockey in the 3rd period, and we didn't.
The very next night wasn't better, having troubles with the Thunder all season long. They were blanked in Drayton Valley 2-0 and come out of the weekend in a 3rd place tie with the Crew.
I just felt they outworked us in every area of the game. I mean, it's an 8th place team that was desperate, and we were a team that just give up 3rd position. You think we'd be real motivated to play and go in there and get those 2 points back, get ahead of Sherwood Park, but we didn't. So it was a very disappointing weekend.
All right, to college athletics, the Lakeland Rustlers volleyball teams went into action, holding on to play-in spots, taking on Grand Prairie. We'll start with the men. They said goodbye to 3rd years Justin Knight and Cale Liston. Both will be moving on from the Rustlers. It wasn't the proper send-off, however. The Rustlers losing straight sets for the 2nd match in a row, so their playoff chase continues, albeit barely, in Calgary, taking on a tough St. Trojans. A win would get them through. The ladies, meanwhile, were an Ashley Lange bump away from losing 11 matches in a row. However, a big break ended up being the momentum changer, taking the 4th set en route to the 3-2 victory.
It's definitely a secret of the 5th year. I've been working on that for a while, I guess. No, I turned around and looked at the score, and I felt really lucky because I was trying to put it deep, and it went right into the tape of the net and just clipped the net, and I just felt lucky and felt like we need to get the next point, and then we did. So I don't know, it must have been the turning point and gave us the confidence to push through and win the 4th set to get into the 5th.
We've been putting in the hours. We're exhausted. I'm exhausted. Morning practices and putting in an extra 3 to 5 hours of just ball control training a week, and we were hoping it was going to pay off, and you know, there weren't many mistakes.
It was a bumpy ride for the basketball teams, and I mean that literally. The team bus broke down en route to Grand Prairie halfway through their trip, delaying their Friday night game by 40 minutes. Both teams would win that night but lose the following day to split their series. They're back home this weekend against Augustana. Now moving on, for half a decade, she's donned the green and gold as a member of the Rustlers, gathering numerous personal accolades, including a national silver medal. Ashley Lange is just the 2nd player in the women's volleyball program's history to go a full 5 years. On Saturday, in front of friends and family, she played her final home game. Kyle Gallagher has more.
So this is probably going to be the hardest goodbye that we've ever had to say.
It was an emotional night for Ashley Lange. The 5th-year Rustler went out with a bang, picking up Player of the Game honors as the ladies picked up their 1st win since mid-November.
It was really special. My family's down, a whole bunch of friends are down right now, a lot of the alumni is down, so winning the last home game is huge, and I'm really glad that we pulled it off for everyone to see.
Big-time performances have become the norm for the 6'1" outside hitter, who has been a key part of the team right from the beginning.
And every year she's gotten better and better and better, and so now this year she's starting to completely lead our group. Our team is relying on her to be good every day to give us a chance to win, and for the most part she's rising to the challenge.
Austin is definitely the reason why I am the way I am today, like as a player. He's just never given up on me, and he's always pushed me to be the best I can be. Like, he's never let me take any breaks, and I've never let myself take any breaks, so we've kind of been a good team together, and I guess here I am.
Her time with the Rustlers won't soon be forgotten. Lange was named the ACAC Women's Volleyball Player of the Year last season. She continues to rewrite the Lakeland record books, including setting the single-season record for kills and kills per set this year.
My first year here, I would never have expected myself to have come this far, and then last year was a big excitement for me, and then this year breaking another record was really exciting, and I hope to keep pushing and making it really hard to beat.
She holds a whole bunch of the records at Lakeland College for women's volleyball. She's in the top 20 in every category in the ACAC. And so I would imagine she should be on her way to another first or second team All-Star within the league.
And while her impact on the court is undeniable, it's who she is off the court that players and coaches might remember most.
She's pretty shy and pretty silent, but once you get her going, she won't stop talking, and she's pretty goofy and funny that way. And so that it brings a lot of light to the floor. So she is able to keep things calm, and she's the strong, silent type that leads by example, and she's been doing that her whole time that she's been here.
Kyle Gallagher, Newcap Sports.